Walk into almost any room and you'll notice something interesting. The men who command the most respect usually aren't wearing the loudest clothes or the biggest logos. In fact, high-status men often look surprisingly simple. That's because status isn't communicated through price tags. It's communicated through discipline, consistency, and attention to detail. Hundreds of small signals most people never consciously register, but never stop noticing either. Before we get into it, if you want more of this kind of practical, grounded style insight, go ahead and subscribe to become a gentleman. We break this down every week. Now let's count down the 10 things high-status men never wear, and why removing them matters more than adding anything new. Number 10. Clothes that don't fit. Most men wear the wrong fit simply out of habit, buying the same size for years without reassessing their current body. Oversized clothing reads as unaware. Overly tight clothing reads as uncomfortable, sometimes even a little insecure. Neither communicates the control that high-status men naturally project. Research on person perception consistently shows that observers rapidly infer competence, status, and personality from clothing and appearance, often within seconds, and fit is one of the strongest signals in that judgment. A high-status man doesn't need his clothes to be expensive. He needs them to sit correctly on his actual frame. The fix is simple and affordable. A local tailor can adjust shoulders, sleeves, and hems for a fraction of the cost of new clothing. Proper fit is the single biggest upgrade available to any man, regardless of budget, because it signals attention where it matters most. Number 9. Loud designer logos. Many men wear oversized branding because it feels like an easy shortcut to status, a way to signal success without having to demonstrate it. But constantly displaying logos often communicates the opposite of what's intended, a desire to be seen rather than a genuine sense of security. There's a growing preference among image-conscious men for what's often called quiet luxury, and research on consumer behavior suggests people drawn to this understated approach often value subtle quality because it signals belonging to a knowledgeable group, rather than trying to impress everyone at once. This doesn't mean logos are inherently bad, only that relying on them as the main statement of an outfit tends to backfire. The fix is letting fit, fabric, and color carry the outfit instead, saving branding for small, intentional details rather than the entire look. Most men overlook this next one, mostly because it feels minor. Number 8. Dirty or worn-out shoes, scuffed leather, yellowing sneakers, worn-down heels, and cracked soles quietly undercut an otherwise sharp outfit. Shoes are one of the first things people notice, often without realizing they're doing it, which makes them one of the most overlooked details in everyday style. High-status men understand that shoes communicate attention to detail as much as anything else they wear. The fix has nothing to do with spending more money, it's about maintenance. Clean leather regularly, wash sneakers before they visibly age, and retire shoes once they're breaking down rather than wearing them out of habit. A clean, affordable pair of shoes will always outperform an expensive, neglected one, because care is what actually gets noticed. Number 7. Wrinkled clothing. Wrinkles are one of the clearest visual signals of carelessness, regardless of how good the garment itself is. A wrinkled shirt suggests it was grabbed without a second thought, and people unconsciously associate neatness with discipline. High-status men treat pressing their clothes as a basic, non-negotiable step, not an occasional afterthought. The fix takes only a few minutes. A basic iron or a handheld steamer removes this issue entirely. In proper storage, hanging shirts and jackets instead of leaving them folded or crumpled prevents the problem before it starts. This single habit, more than almost anything else on this list, quietly separates men who look intentional from men who look like they simply got dressed. But the next habit quietly destroys first impressions in a different way. Number 6. Trend-chasing outfits. Viral fashion, extreme oversized fits, and fast fashion pieces built to be replaced within a season all create the same problem: an outfit that feels borrowed rather than owned. High-status men typically build a foundation of timeless pieces first, clean lines, classic proportions, versatile colors, and treat trends as small, optional additions rather than the entire basis of their wardrobe. This isn't about avoiding anything modern, it's about not building your identity around something guaranteed to expire. The fix is sequencing, Invest in fit and quality basics before adding anything trend-driven, so the trend enhances the outfit instead of defining it entirely. Number 5. Graphic tees covered with prints. Novelty slogans, oversized graphics, and busy prints often read as younger and less composed, even when that isn't the intention behind them. Cleaner clothing, solid colors, simple textures, well-fitted basics consistently creates a more mature, more deliberate appearance. This doesn't mean every graphic is off limits. It means an outfit shouldn't rely on a shirt shouting for attention in place of genuine style. The fix is simple. Build your wardrobe primarily around solid, versatile pieces and treat anything with heavy graphics as the rare exception rather than the daily default. Number 4. Cheap-looking accessories, oversized wallets, obviously fake luxury items, worn-out belts, and plastic-feeling watches undercut an outfit far more than most men realize. High-status men tend to wear fewer accessories overall, but keep the ones they do wear clean, simple, and well-maintained. It's never about the price of the item. It's about condition and restraint. The fix is choosing a small handful of pieces, a simple belt, a clean watch, a slim wallet, and keeping them in good shape rather than accumulating flashy items that draw attention for the wrong reasons. This is where real confidence starts showing. Number 3. Neglected grooming. Overgrown eyebrows, unshaped facial hair, dry skin, cracked lips, and poorly kept nails can undo an otherwise composed appearance instantly. Grooming often influences perceived professionalism more than clothing itself, since it's noticed up close, in every handshake and every conversation. Research on person perception consistently identifies grooming, alongside clothing and hairstyle, as part of the rapid impressions people form within seconds of meeting someone. The fix requires very little time or money: a clean haircut suited to your face, trimmed brows, moisturized skin, and basic nail care. High-status men understand that grooming is one of the clearest, cheapest signals of discipline available to anyone. Number 2. Dressing without consistency. High-status men typically develop a recognizable style, consistent colors, consistent fits, consistent quality, rather than reinventing their appearance every single day. People remember consistency far more than they remember variety, and a recognizable presentation builds trust over time in a way that constant change never can. The fix is narrowing down rather than expanding, choosing 2 or 3 core colors and a handful of fits that reliably work, and returning to them with intention. A consistent presentation signals that a man knows exactly who he is, which is precisely the impression high status requires. The final mistake has nothing to do with clothing at all. Number 1. Wearing clothes to impress other people. This is the root of almost everything else on this list. Genuine confidence was never about proving status to a room. It's about removing the distractions that quietly undercut how you're perceived. Research in social perception consistently shows that clothing contributes heavily to judgments about competence, status, and personality. But these judgments come from the complete presentation, not from any single expensive item. High-status men aren't dressing for applause. They're dressing with clarity about who they are, and that clarity is what actually reads as status. High-status men don't ask, "How can I impress people today?" They ask, "How can I present the best version of myself today?" Status was never something you wear. It's something people quietly infer from hundreds of small signals: consistency, care, restraint, repeated day after day. If this gave you something to think about, hit like, subscribe to Become a Gentleman for more, and let me know in the comments which one of these habits surprised you the most.